everyone, welcome back to Always Fishing TV. We are finally back fishing. After the amount of poor weather we've had recently, it's finally nice and calm, so we're finally back out fishing. Tonight we're back on the River Mersey at Fort Perch Rock in New Brighton, where tonight hopefully we'll be going after whiting, poppycock skate, flatfish, and hopefully the first couple of seasons, because unfortunately with the weather we've had, and I think it's one of them seasons this season where the cod haven't really moved in numbers. Hopefully we might get the first couple of the season, but we'll have to find out. The setup is as normal. We're on pulley panel rigs with fresh lugworm this time and some squid strips as well. So while the fishing on this coastline hasn't been the best, on the east coast it's been absolutely phenomenal recently. On the shore, on the boat, they've been banging the cod out all up the east coastline. It's absolutely fantastic over there at the moment. Unfortunately though, with work and the poor weather we've had, I have not been able to go over there and take advantage of it, which is a real shame, because you can go over there and bag up. There's just loads of fish over there. And also, a few days ago, we saw reports on social media of a 29-pound cod caught up the shore in Scarborough. What a fish that is, so congratulations to the angler who caught that. Fish of a lifetime, that. If I got a 2-pound cod on ear sight, I'd be grateful for that. But we'll see how we get on. But it's just nice to be fishing on such a lovely calm night as it is. And fingers crossed, as we hit the weekend in the next couple of days, the weather is looking calm again. So hopefully I'll be back out there and trying to catch a few more fish. But we'll see how we get on site first, we'll see how we get on. Because we might change the plan on the weekend if we get out, depending on how tonight fishes. But we'll see how we get on site and see how we get on. There we go, there's a bite. Probably a whiting nose by the looks of it. I would say that's on that personally. If it goes again, I'll relay. So tonight, with the pulley panel rigs that we're using like normal, I'm using slightly smaller hooks in the bottom hook. Still using the small circle hook at the top. But on the bottom hook I've gone for I think it's a 2-0, I think I do. So hopefully anything small that's about, it should get caught, hopefully. Okay, so I haven't gone again, but I've left it enough time I think now to check it, see what's going on. So let's do that. I've got a fish on, a bit of weight. Bit of seaweed on the line. Definitely fish on. What it is though, I'm not sure, but it's good, a bit of a fight. comes. Look at that. And it's a little whitey. So there we are, first whiting of the night. Now I'm expecting loads of these tonight, to be honest. It's just the time of year now for them, really. There'll be loads of them about. And again, look at that top circle hook, and it's perfectly hooked. That's exactly how you want them. There's no way that was coming off. And easy to de-hook as well. There we are. He says until it closes his mouth back on the hook. So there we are. It's not big, but it's a start. Hopefully it can only get better. While I'm waiting for the next bite to develop, let me give you a top tip. Now, there's plenty of people who fish around the UK who use a reel called a fixed spool reel. Dead easy reels, and they're great to use. Me, however, I use something called a multiplier, which is something like this. Now, I think I've shown on a previous video the reels I use, explaining about the ones on the rod. Now, this is a Penn 515 Mag 2. A reel that I've had for about 10 or 12 years. An absolutely fantastic reel. It's done me so well, and I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. But these are Penn 525 Mag 4s, and these are the latest ones that have just come out from Penn. Absolutely great reels, they really are. Again, the difference between a 515 and a 525 is the size, the spool size. So this is a 525, which is called more line on the spool. Now, when I load up these reels, I tend to use, depends what I've got really. If I've got 18 pound, I'll use that, but I'm going more to the 30 pound main line, and then I use a 60 to 80 pound shot leader. So that's the line part. Now, for those who haven't used a multiplier yet, here's a good top tip for you. When you're casting, what you want to do is you want to control the spool with your thumb. Now, what that means is when you cast, you put a lot of power into it. That line is going to be flying off this reel really, really quickly. Now, the difference between a fixed spool and a multiplier is when you cast this, you've got to control the spool with your thumb, okay? The reason for that is when your bait hits the water, that line that's out stops, but the spool keeps spinning, and what happens there is it causes the line to tangle really, really badly. And if it's a bad one, you've just got to cut it all and start again. So that's the reason why I keep at least 1 or 2 spare multipliers in my box. So if I have a bad tangle, I can just take it off, new one on, clip the bait back on, and I'm back out in minutes. It takes no time at all. And then if you've got more line with you, you can restrip your reel while you're waiting if it's a quiet day, and restrip it while you're waiting. Or if it's like in the winter and you don't want to do it so cold, at least you can keep fishing and you've got backup options. So that's a little brief about the multiplier reels. Now with these ones, these are magged. So what that means is you can control the speed of the spool going off with this little dial here. So you can put the mags fully on, fully off, halfway off, or however you're comfortable. I tend to have mine backed off quite a bit to get more distance. But cracking reels, if you can master multipliers, I would recommend using them. You get more distance, and it just feels really nice as well. And especially on the Century compressor I've got as well. They're such a great combination. I love it. I'm so happy with them. So yeah, there's my top tip. Well, tips on multiplier reel use. So I'm rebaiting my backup rig ready for the next cast. But before I do that, I just thought I'd talk you through what I do, okay? So what we do, take the fresh worm. Now, for those who don't know with fresh worm, if you're new to sea fishing, what you want to do with your fresh worm is when they're in the pack, throw the pack on the floor with a good bang, stiffens the worm up and the better to put on the hook. So, bait the worm, as so. What you want to do, and very important, leave enough of the hook showing, if you can see that, okay? Now what I tend to do then to keep it there, bring your top hook, wrap around the line a couple of times to keep it there, and then through the top like that, okay? And again, leaving plenty of the hook point exposed, if you can see that there with the light, I think you can just. And then what I do in this scenario, I take a sliver of squid like that, thin slither, hook it onto the top hook, like so, okay? So you got something like that. And then what I do to keep it all together, use some bait elastic, okay? And the reason for that is, keep everything all nice together. If you leave that flapping when you cast, it'll just fly off your hook. And either a seagull or a fish is gonna get a free meal. And you don't want that. So there we are, wrapping it round. Try and do it in the light so you can see as well, as best I can, but it's a bit difficult. Especially when you're trying to control it as well. Yeah, so we can see that now. Now you don't have to go too mad, but I like to put plenty on just to make sure that it stays on and looks presentable as well. So there we are, one bait ready to go. Get hold of it properly. With the bottom hook well exposed. Same for the top hook as well. And that for me is a perfect bait. Now if we're in Whitby, same sort of method would apply, apart from, even though you can do this, what we tend to do is cut these squid into sections and then just hook once through the bottom hook. And then a light cast out, and then that's perfect. But for say in the Mersey, this is my method, and it's worked numerous times, and it'll continue to work because it's a good bait. Hook well exposed, and you just can't get any better than that. So we've not had a bite for a while, so I think it's time to check the bait. See what's going on. Monster down to the bottom. Now, bit of weight there, but I don't think it's a fish. I think it's just seaweed, to be honest. But you never know. Something else here. There's definitely seaweed about on the line. Well, it's definitely the smallest of the year, look at that. So I'm sure there'll be loads of these around at the moment. And the thing is though, whites in this size, the cods, if they're here, will be feeding on these as well. So I'm quite surprised there's no cod here yet. I say we're January now, so they are, well, late's an understatement to be honest. But we'll put them back anyway. And we'll see how we go on with the next cast. So, unfortunately, the fish has been quite slow tonight. We've only had about 3. I would expect a load more fish, to be honest, but it doesn't seem to be happening. It's a shame because conditions are right, the bait's perfect, we've got fresh bait from this morning. Nice squid, it just don't seem to be happening. So right now it's about 9:20. Low water tonight is about 11:30, something like that. So we're probably about just over 2 hours before low water. So if it doesn't improve, we'll probably fish till about low water and then probably call it a night. And then we'll regroup tomorrow after work and then make a plan for the weekend then. Hopefully come back out. Now, what I'm hoping on the weekend is maybe fish here or a bit further down where I've been in previous trips, as well as fishing further down the river, fishing the flood tide on a new mark that we haven't fished on the channel yet. And that could be interesting. If it all works out, the mark I'll go to for high water, fishing the flood on the weekend, I've had a lot of skate there the past few years. So I'm looking forward to next summer, or this summer I should say. I think it's time to bring this in as well. It just turned off all of a sudden, the fish. I mean, we were getting some at the beginning, but now it's gone definitely quiet. That weight was well in the bottom. Nothing on. Nothing at all. Not even a flatfish are they, which I'm shocked at. Can you believe it? So the bait's been properly had a go at, it's been battered. Let's go this third. Oh, here we go. About bloody time. Tide is well and truly slowing down now, so hopefully, with that being said, some more fish will come on the feed. That's a go, here we go. That's got to be on that. That's got to be on. Hopefully it's not a lump of crap. Something on. I don't think it's not flat, but it's a bit. Keeping its weight, that's good. absolutely. Not I want to see them as well. There it is. There's the leader. Yeah. That. Now what I'm doing now, I'm going to try a worm bait with no squid. See if that changed anything. You never know. Right, followed that. Come here. So there we are. That's whiting number 4, I think, is it? I've lost count now. Again, circle hook, nicely hooked in the mouth as well. Easy hook removal as well. That's exactly how you want him. Lovely clean fish, I must say, if he stays still. How shiny that is. Lovely fish. Lovely and clean. Let's put him back and hopefully try and get a few bigger ones. Where's the check then? I would say that's on that personally. I think that might be a flatfish. We'll get him fighting then. The thing is on. Whatever it is, it's on. Whatever it is definitely on. Well, they're definitely liking that lug and squid cocktail. Here's the latest fish, there we are. Another little whiting again. And again, them circle hooks are proving to catch, like I say, look at that. Let me try and get a better shot of that. Well caught, and again, there's no way that was coming off. There we are. Love a little pin whiting. for a little bite. There we go, that's good. Not that. Better. So nothing on that retrieve there, unfortunately. So we're going to up the game now slightly with this bait. We're going to see how that gets on. Hope that might entice a bit bigger out there. So we'll soon find out. Just time to check this. I never had that little bite there, but prior to that, something properly pulled it down. So let's check it. Something on, actually. Oh, well, maybe not. It's not like a stage boy, just come up so easy then. But mind you though, it's... You know what, I'm not too sure with this actually. Right, I'll just picked up another seaweed again. I'm not too sure, but we'll soon find out. Whatever it was, I missed it on that big bait. It's actually pulled all the squid down, if you can see that. So, who knows what that was? Not too sure. Never mind. So, it's getting to the point now where it's nearly time to pack up. So, we're going to chuck this one out, the last bait, and then we'll see what happens. Well, we've got a little bite, hope we fish to finish off. It's just not been one of those hectic sessions, unfortunately. I know the people fishing here before this bad weather we had. And apparently they had loads of whiting between the two of them. But unfortunately for us, it's just not happening. We had a few fish at least. Yeah, there's a bite again. So we had a few fish, but nothing hectic. But can we get one to finish off the evening? We can. No, can you believe we missed it? I can't believe that. Cannot believe it. Well, you can't win them all, can you? But you know what, on the plus side, lovely evening, we've caught a few fish. What more do you want? Folks, thank you so much for watching once again. As I say, hopefully come this weekend, find the weather's good, we'll do some more videos and try and get some more fish caught as well. But in the meantime, everyone, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Always Fishing TV. Thank you.